It was about late fall
Absolutely.
of last year. This is only our third ever Brex hour.
Right.
Brex has been around for almost 100 years.
Over 100, almost 200 years.
Almost 200.
1818.
Yep,
Yep, absolutely.
See, this is, don't let me do your taxes. I'm really bad with math. Almost 200 years. They specialize in what are called mammoths. If you love trumpet lilies, this is an extraordinarily gorgeous flower with a scent that's different than any other.
Well, and not only that, that each flower has a different scent as well.
Okay.
So you have a much sweeter scent with sort of the pink and the
little cotton candy.
And then the yellow has a little bit more of a citrusy smell to it as well. So you not only get scent, but you get an array of fragrance when you plant these lilies.
If you love to plant bulbs, because they're the easiest plants to grow.
Absolutely, so easy,
Show
so
me
simple.
a normal trumpet lily.
So this is the normal trumpet lily size.
Look at this.
So look at that size.
That size, you're going to get a respectable plant.
Absolutely.
Continue to hold that
There's nothing
there.
wrong
and
with that.
Show them what a mammoth.
But why wouldn't you
from
why
Breck
wouldn't you do this?
looks like?
Why wouldn't you have this?
By the way, look at the color of the bulb.
Yes, that's showing the health and the vigor and just sort of the everything that this bulb has been put into and that the horticulturalists care for is just, you can just tell, you can see how healthy it is.
You're getting
by looking at that.
8 of these. Again, this is a second-year bulb. 8 of them for a price of $54.72. Your shipping and handling, standard shipping and handling, that's free, and they'll ship them at exactly the perfect time. Let's talk about some colors here, because you get 8 bulbs, and it's 2 each. 2 of the orange, 2 of that gorgeous purple.
It's on the screen
2
right
of the
now.
white, and then that citrusy yellow.
Yes, absolutely, and it's bright, vibrant color too. These lilies will get almost 4 to 6 feet tall. So when you're looking at the
And about an 18-inch spread.
Absolutely.
On
And
these.
so these are tall, so you want to put them in the back of your garden.
Let them be the vertical.
And be the vertical
Okay.
and be the height. And so I love to garden in layers. And this would be sort of your back layer that starts that upper level of color, and then you work your way down into that. So the peonies are probably that middle level.
Okay.
And we'll show you some things that probably is the lower level as well too. But these lilies are very fragrant.
that.
I planted these in containers and had them on my deck all summer long, and they flowered, and the fragrance, you're sitting out having a nice little cocktail, and just the fragrance just sort of overtakes and just has a great flavor to it.
This look defines summer.
Yes.
And this is midsummer to up through late summer.
Right.
There's nothing else like this in anyone's collections here at QVC.
Correct.
And to be able to get, look at the size of these bulbs are the size of my fist, and you get 8 of them shipped to you at exactly the right time.
Yep.
Now you have the bulb, and the bulb looks somewhat like an onion.
It does.
And then you've got
onions
feeder
are a bulb,
roots.
by the way. That's in the family, right? So.
And I never even thought about that.
They absolutely
So
are.
I actually said something that was quite wise and was not even aware of it. So how do you plant them? Which is right side up? Which way do they go?
Correct. Let's walk over and I'll show you. Actually, we have a little potting demonstration,
By the
and
way,
I can actually show you exactly
Sam,
how to do
this is
that.
so stinking cool. The tools you work with are like 100 years old.
Isn't that amazing? I love that, right?
I agree.
Why change what's not broken, right?
Exactly.
So what you first want to do is actually, I brought my little rake here or fork here to actually loosen up the soil. You really want to start with really well-drained soil, lots of organic matter if you have clay in it. If it's very sandy, you want to add more organic matter to help sort of with the drainage and make sure that these are well-drained. Bulbs love well-drained soil. It's really important to make sure that they are not sitting in water or sitting in a damp area.
Okay.
They want to make sure it's dry. And then you take the tray out for a second, and then you can actually just pull the soil apart. You don't have to plant too deep, about 3 or 4 inches below the surface. You want to make sure you're going to come, these bulbs, the point is the top, and then
feeder
hopefully
roots
they'll come to the roots. You'll see small roots, and there'll be different sizes when they come to you, but the roots will be on the bottom, and you want to make sure that that is on the bottom. Snuggle it right down into the hole.
Yep.
And then you use your trowel, and then you just bury it and cover it right back up.
And these will come back.
Within 4 weeks, you will have this, and they'll come back bigger and brighter and more flowers every year.
So, and by the way, as cut flowers, like what we've done here on our tabletop, this is what you will expect.
Absolutely.
This year.
From this collection right here.
And more than you could ever imagine. You'll get plants that can be 4 feet in height, all the way up to taller than
6
me.
feet. Correct. Absolutely.
Look at this stills.
And each stem has multiple blooms on it, right? So the bulb will send out multiple stems, and you'll have multiple flowers on each stem. That is just going to make your garden just sing. And you can see this. If you've got a dinner party coming over, you've got these growing in your garden, cut a few off, put them in a vase, and you're neighbors will just be absolutely going nuts.
Daylilies are one of the easiest types of flowers to grow.
Correct.
Trumpet lilies make daylilies look bored.
They do. I mean, from the size,
Yes.
the color range, the fragrance that they have, just put daylilies aside. And the daylilies are not good cut flowers. They don't last that long from a cut flower standpoint, but these do.
These are the Brex Mammoth 8-piece fragrant giant flowering trumpet lilies. You're getting 8 of them in the set. These are 2-year bulbs instead of the usual 1 year. You will have growth success immediately. They'll bloom from mid to about late summer. You've got, again, a plant that grows each one of these from 4 to 6 feet this summer.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
next year, bigger, more lush, better and better and better. This is the perfect example of exactly what Brex does best. Coming up, to me, this is one of the most unusual